Welcome back to episode number 2 of Dear Co. Let's get right into this. Dear Co, I have a friend I haven't seen in a while. In January, he came to visit me and we did the do. It was alright. Not spectacular, but not horrible either. Then my birthday came around in May and he was up here again. He came to see me at my house. I'm thinking he was coming to my party later on and he never showed up. He claims he called my house, but I never got his call. Finally spoke to him, and he claims that I was giving him vibes that I didn't want to see him. Not true at all. When he came to the crib, I was still in my PJs cleaning, so maybe that's why I might have seemed aloof. I don't know. Anyway, ever since then, online, he's been kind of wanting me to come see him where he lives. He will pay for everything, etc. And at this point, I really don't want to see him for that. He's a cool dude, and I consider him a friend, but I really don't feel like fucking him anymore. How the hell do you tell somebody that? I mean, I can keep avoiding him. He's mad miles away from me, but I think eventually I should tell him somehow. I feel like you already told him, you guys had sex and you say it was mediocre, and I feel like at that particular point he may have wanted another session so he could settle the score and prove to you that he was actually a better lay than you thought. And I don't know what the circumstances were surrounding your session that made it so bad or so okay that, you weren't, satisfied. But I think that even if you feel like, you did your part, I think that, your body language probably told him that, he didn't do what he was supposed to do to satisfy you. Secondly, when he showed up to your house and, you say that you were cleaning up for your party or whatever, but when he showed up, you were in PJs. So for me, that's like the ultimate diss. If I like somebody, I'm going to get a cute little bit. I'm going to try to get cute. I'm not going to let them see me in my PJs while I'm cleaning up, with my do-rag on my head. I'm just not going to do that. So I think that you pretty much have said it all at this particular point. He is a lot of miles away. So rather than, I think that he's going through a lot of hoops and hurdles in terms of like trying to fly you out, like, to get this right and so forth, because I'm pretty sure you've probably, indicated in so many ways that you're not interested, even in your conversations. I think that you should just straight up tell him, just let him know that you're not really interested in that from him right now, and he'll have to get over it. I mean, he's not next door, so it's not going to be awkward. You're not going to run into him. But certainly, just let him know. I don't think there's a big deal there. I don't think it's a big letdown. I mean, certainly wherever he is, he's probably dating as well. It's just that with you, he wants something else, something more, certainly if he's willing to fly you out. So either he's trying to settle the score with the first session, or, you did your part to the extent he needs to revisit it. And, you just got to let him know that you're not interested. I don't think you need to go into the details of why. You don't have to speak because you were whack. You don't have to say that. But I certainly do think you just need to tell him that you're not interested in him that way, but you do like him as a friend. Just a nice, gentle letdown. Everybody will get over it, and he'll be fine. And that's it. Okay, next question. Dear Co, since I've gone back to school, I feel great and pretty focused. However, since I'm a new mom, I need to figure out what career path to take soon, and my mom, being West Indian, is telling me to go after nursing for that quick cash. In these hard economic times, quick cash sounds all well and good, but I'm worried if I get stuck in the routine of nursing and quick cash, I may lose sight of my dream, which is writing and journalism. Is it better for me to go after nursing, or should I go after journalism, even though it may take longer for my son and I to be wholly independent? Keep in mind, I'm a really, really good writer, and my SO takes care of my son and my immediate needs. Well, I'll put it to you like this. I don't believe that people should take on professions that they're absolutely not interested in. And I think that, when you talk about journalism and writing, that is completely different, a completely different career path than nursing. I don't know how you feel about nursing. I know that nursing as a profession, it actually disgusts me. So that's something that I would not be interested in doing. Now, if there's some other kind of career out there, that maybe, and maybe for you, that's something that you would be interested in doing. I don't know. But I'm not the kind of person that wants to do things that I don't want to do if they're just so far off of what, my goals are. However, I think you need to really think about this. Like you said, the economy is bad. There aren't a lot of jobs out there that are paying a lot of money. There aren't a lot of jobs out there that are in demand. As far as nurses, every nurse that I know is working right now. But I know a whole lot of people that are a lot of different majors, even different professional majors that aren't working. And so that does say something. Your mother has a good point with that. It's just, can you stomach that? Can you work in nursing? I don't know if you can work in nursing. You have to ask yourself that. I do think you also need to consider the times that we're living in terms of media and new media. And if you're interested in journalism and writing, that's certainly something where you can do that as you are a nurse. I mean, you can do that online. You know, newspapers are dying, but you can certainly contribute, you know, your piece to different online magazines and you know, I guess digital newspapers or whatever, and really put your name out there, because they're not going to be paying that well, if anything at all. So if it's just a matter of you know, getting your money up right now, you might need to look into that. You also said you have a very supportive SO, so that helps as well. So I think in your situation, I don't know that I would go the nursing route. I would just be hesitant about maybe directly getting to journalism right now. I mean, and I'm saying that as somebody that has a broadcast journalism degree. So I'm telling you that I feel you, you know, and I've definitely been there in terms of getting that degree. And I can't say that it's, you know, I don't have a, you know, I don't drive a Range Rover. I don't live in a paid off house. I live very modestly, actually, and that's how much that has paid off. Dear Co, what is your opinion about unkempt afros on men? I'm talking non-edged up, just wild and bushy. It depends. If you're talking about an unkempt afro in terms of like a Gary Jordan, kind of like a messy, but it's sort of like, it's a deliberate messy, I think that's a look, and I think that it works. I don't like a packed afro, so if you're doing the Arnold Jackson, I don't like that. You know, I think that looks really strange. I think it looks very dated. Certainly nothing with a part in it. But I don't think that it necessarily looks unprofessional. It just sort of has that boho-ness to it, you know, that kind of music soul childishness to it. So it looks a little earthy. I think it can look really good on certain people, and some people, they can, like, certain people can wear it and it can look, you know, it can look like a look. It can look nice, and some people will look dirty. But then some people look dirty even with, you know, with different types of styles like cornrows. Like Jim Jones looks dirty with his cornrows. But you know, I don't think that unkempt afro in that sense necessarily has to look bad. It just depends, you know, on what you have. Dear Co, me and a woman on a message board have been talking for a while. I get pissed off when dudes on the board make lewd remarks towards her. It takes a lot for me to bite my tongue because we're trying to keep our shit on the low. Should I just keep that shit to myself like we agreed, or spaz the fuck out next time? I don't think that it benefits you to let people know what's going on with you two. People will start to watch what you guys are posting on the message board probably more closely. They'll be in your business. And if you guys even maybe have a disagreement on the boards, it'll become something more extra. I think that, you know, no one knows that you're with her. So you have to, you know, just be a little fair in that sense. They don't know that's your girlfriend, or that you're talking, rather. I don't know what level that you guys are on. But if they don't know how to act accordingly. So I think that it would be best in your case to let her tell people that her man is lurking the boards. Don't necessarily tell people that her man is a member of that particular message board, but just let her tell people that, you know, he does watch her activity, and for them to keep their comments to a minimum. That way everybody can be happy, and, you know, you won't feel as violated. But keep in mind, these people aren't really violating you as a person. They're just going there because it's a message board, and people say a lot of crazy things. So you have to keep that in mind, and just try not to take it personal, and just make sure that you guys, you know, in my opinion, again, make sure that you guys keep it on the low. I don't think that it'll benefit your relationship to have everybody in it, you know, not until, you know, y'all got a damn ring on it or something. But right now, don't let these people know anything about you. And I believe that's it. Is that it? Let me see. Yeah, I believe that's all the questions. So if you have any more questions, send them to cocopuff@gmail.com. You can always follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/cocopuff. And that's it, guys. Episode number 2. Hey, and I love you.